Fucking camera don't work, bro.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, this is football, EA Sports.
Lift every voice and sing.
Fields and the New York Jets taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
On a warm late summer afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New York Jets.
Fuck this shit. Lift every voice and sing. What punt return? Yeah.
On to get it started now, the kicker Chris Boswell. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchdown. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off of play action, you've got an all-star in the making.
Now Fields going to throw on the first play. Taken in left side, it's Wilson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
What the fuck up, man? God damn!
Now it's Fields. Flush to his right. Now he's loose at the 40. And he is finally forced out of bounds.
Fucking camera, bro.
30-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him the first down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback is scrambling around, actually takes off and runs downfield. And that's exactly what he did.
The very fucking time I turned my head, he scrambled.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. Connection made to record. Downside the 13. 12 more yards there and another first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. With the way they're moving the ball now, it shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields over the middle and complete to Wilson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Rolling to it, and he's going to get this one as down he goes. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting him score a touchdown versus holding him to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know he hated taking the loss there on third down. Zimmerman's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. Rodgers. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for a sack. The former third overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
That's why you never start off with a pass.
Victory. That's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. To the right side, complete to Miller.
Up in the passing.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So a mistake there, Charles, from the rookie pass rusher.
And oftentimes when you make the jump from college to the NFL, you have to adjust to the rules. But in this case, the rule's no different than in college. Once the ball's gone, you can't continue on and get your shot in. That's when you have to have some discipline. And even though he's a rookie, he really should know better.
3 yards on the
Lift every voice and sing.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Warren will try the right side. There was Will McDonald bursting in there and making that play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tap go through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now Rodgers.
Damn!
He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Will McDonald. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. Rodgers now to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. 53 yards. And the Steelers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, You want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned him, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And this will not be returned. It's in the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met
What
fan
did he,
bases
Jay?
that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On second down, a run with Hall. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Fields. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Fields throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now Fields. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground with Hall. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Dancing to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Patrick Queen, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Just made it right on 80
come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. In motion left is Watkins. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. Here we go with Johnson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, it's Johnson. Broken tackle to the 43, 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
And he is going to have the Steelers' 1st down as they get 4 there on 4th and inches. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
God dang. No!
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. A handoff for Warren. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Throwing is Rodgers. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll bring a tight end in motion left. On the give, it's Warren. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Steps away to his left. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Rodgers changing the play, it appears. Rodgers now to throw on second down. This is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Fryermuth from 6 yards away. And the Steelers are able to widen their advantage. Extra point now by Boswell. And it's up. It's good. 14-6. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. New York's offense back out there and set to go. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and
hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And that one not fooling anyone. It'll go down as a completed pass, but it will lose a big chunk of yardage. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. A shotgun snap. Fields.
Oh, my goodness.
He's got a man. That's Hall. Breece
Son of a daughter. Blown coverage.
Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point.
7-8 right on 80. Bumping looks. I'm crazy. Man, my gun ain't got no safety. Too much shit going on lately.
Now for the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. But look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Man, this phone been in my pocket the whole time, bro.
Now a run with Warren. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And some room to roam now. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 82 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
What I continue to hear from running backs and offensive linemen is how often they're actually getting together to watch film so they can get in sync with each other, understand blocking patterns better, how a running back likes to cut, what he wants to do. And, boy, it all came together on that one.
That's one where they watch that and say, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do right there.
That looked like the play we drew up and designed. And then we got to see it unfold in real time.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bryant. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line. Here's Rodgers to throw. Flushed out right. Got his man, it's Warren. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? And that one on the rookie, Charles, maybe a little too overeager.
You know how many times you talk about the quarterback having to have a clock in his head and make sure the ball gets away before the rush gets there? When you're a pass rusher, you have to know when the ball is gone and make sure you don't hit the quarterback afterward. I know he's trying to make a play, but that time, he ends up drawing the flag.
On the run, it's Warren. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Warren, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to add on to that lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. Now a first down throw. Fields. His pass complete to Ruckert.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Fields now to throw. Into space at the 45.
And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Good start, throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Here's Fields.
He's got the hook up to Lazard. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Fields throwing again.
And it'll be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Tackle on that play by Quinnen Williams.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Working from the gun, Rodgers.
No! Should have been under.
Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Rodgers, escaping the pressure right. That is caught, and he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Rodgers now on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
It's raining,
line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Rodgers again now. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. Down the left sideline. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Meanwhile, Fields' throw here pulled in by Lazard. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 2nd down, here's Fields. And he'll find Hall. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. This pass out wide to Hall.
No!
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out at...
So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy's stone-faced wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. On play action, Rodgers. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they'll get to him right away as he's taken down right there at the 44. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Here's Warren. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Of my life.
You realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
What the hell?
Now it's Rodgers. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
First mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
2nd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Just made it right on 80, pumping. We'll see. I'm crazy.
On first down, it's Fields.
Oh, man. We are making...
Josh Reynolds. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Hall on to give up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? From the gun, here's Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down, make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Up the middle, Johnson. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete to Freiermuth. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Rodgers. A throw over the middle, caught by Bryant. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Watkins in motion left. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Rodgers going to throw. Short throw to Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Scotty Miller.
Touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead.
Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Rodgers will throw for it. And he's got it. So they tried for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
They'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Hall again on second down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Here's Hall again.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Throw over the middle, he's got Rucker.
1 minute left, man.
That's good for a gain of 6. And it's second down.
There's no way he ain't had a turnover yet.
Handoff, running left, here's Hall. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
To throw is Fields. He had him. He was
4th
open,
and 4.
but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be taken down after a decent
Man, he got 7 carries?
to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6.
They give up the middle to Johnson.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he's going to have it first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
111 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Rodgers now to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. The bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not
got to get your groove on.
It's a game of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play. They'll run it, Warren. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Right around the 5 here brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running, touchdown!
Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Steelers add 6 to their lead. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
They'll look to throw. And that's caught at the 2.
Of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Fields on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. But he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 6. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's big Cameron Heyward adding another sack to his career total. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. He finds Wilson.
Every time.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, 69 yards. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Fields trying to throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Eluding the clock. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Quinnen Williams.
Oh, Claypool was over.
Second sack of the afternoon.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big time sack.
In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Well, the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson.
I threw to the wrong person. But it worked out in my favor.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
That is incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has
Damn!
been receiver dominating.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing as Rodgers.
A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Now this offense and Garrett Wilson.
I'll never go back on the old school track. This is how we do it.
He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that,
Breece Hall is cold.
Defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here's Fields.
Ha-ha! Turbo Man.
Already had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
They snap it to Fields.
Ha-ha! Yeah, bitch.
Darius Slay with a pick. And they start with great
Two of them
possession at the 41-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he stopped immediately there.
Chaucer out there to bring him down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's going to get this down close to
play,
a
man. That's
first at
33 on the
Jets
ground.
32.
If you were from where I'm from tonight.
And I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
I'll never come back on the old school
Coaches always talk about hot days like the one we have here. But it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Jonnu Smith with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Steelers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere, they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here,
If
Charles,
you
in the
were
4th quarter.
from
I think
where
there might
I'm
be a little bit
from.
of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time, the tight end gets them.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2
Big
more
ball.
to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
I'll never come back on the old school
New
track.
York set to take the field.
This is how we
This
do
game has
it.
had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just haven't been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against you.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out.
Hard
It's
jumping
not
on the
totally
west
right,
side.
because as you said,
So what these from
they've
my
scored some
40
points, and
and
there's some
I
plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just
faded.
They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
This throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds after
Talk a
getting this
lot
one
about the
across the
club
40.
straight. Talk a lot about the club straight. Slow.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And Lazard's got it again.
And
Now you want to go to the Lamar.
2 shy of the 40. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
On first down, Fields. They'll set up the screen for Hall. He's got room at the 30.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Fields throwing again.
Man, really?
It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
Woo!
And the Jets get a bit closer.
He's got them out to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you.
We up in the streets, walking in to the remix, we stuck in it up.
It allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit the defense. and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score.
Why do they got a D lineman on side?
They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault him for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage to the 31 now on first and 10. They go to Johnson again. The tackle by Quinnen Williams.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 9.
Well, it looks like he'll throw here.
Down to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Whatever.
It certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is, if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the
Man,
outside.
come on, bro. The game over, dog.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Here's Fields. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hall. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Fields. And a completion to Wilson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Throwing again is Fields. Who dumps this one off here to Hall.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on.
That'll do it.
Both offenses were clicking. Charles's defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visited and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
Man, really, bro? His wife testified during his first Wednesday. Here's what he said. What happened right before the judge told Dennis that they Now, during testimony and cross-examination, Michael Owens was questioned what happened in March 2023 when he admits he shot his wife Ebony. He testified that they were fighting over a gun and it went off, shooting her in the head. He also admits dumping her body into the Big Black River after it happened. Owens claimed their marriage was not a happy one, but said he was happy.
They caught 2 kicks.